Hello and welcome to Stage, Screen, and In Between. I'm Helen. My special guest today is Drew Henriksen, who is a published author, stuntman, black belt, actor, adjunct professor in science. Am I missing anything?
Forensic science and all-around good guy.
Yes. He is an all-around good guy. Now, what's the difference between being a science professor and an adjunct forensic science professor?
Well, a tenured full professor is somebody who is on the board, is on the faculty of a university, and they go through this procedure. They can't be fired. An adjunct, somebody like me, is basically somebody that just teaches one class for the university.
I got you.
And I'm actually involved with a program through Syracuse University teaching forensics in the high school, but for college credit. It is a college class to get 4 credits in college chemistry at the end of the year from Syracuse University. And it doesn't mention the high school or anything in the transcripts. It is an adjunct class for Syracuse University.
Oh, okay, I see. But Drew's life takes him in a lot of different, very exciting directions, and I want to lead off by saying, Viva Las Vegas! Drew just came back from Las Vegas, where he was a winner. So tell everybody what it is that you won.
Well, I was at the Aof Mega Fest, which is several different film festivals held in Las Vegas. And one of the film festivals there was the Venus Italian Film Festival, where my comedy screenplay that I wrote with Anthony Mangano won Best Feature-Length Comedy Script.
And the name of it is?
Is A Brooklyn Christmas,
Okay.
which actually has a pretty well-known name. I'm not allowed to say it. A pretty well-known name, recently won an Academy Award attached to it.
Oh, cool. Okay, now the AOF is the Action on Films Film Festival, which actually does a nice spotlight on stunt performers also, which not many film festivals do. Now, you also have done stunts, but your award actually wasn't for doing stunt work. So tell everybody briefly about the AOF Film Festival.
Okay, the AOF Film Festival, headed up by Dell, is a conglomeration. There's several film festivals. The main one is AOF Action on Film Festivals and Hollywood Dreams. Those are the 2 biggest ones. But then there's these other film festivals, such as the Venus Italian Film Festival. There was the Las Vegas International Film Festival, where my Western, American Gunslingers, just won Best Screenplay. There's also the Written Word competition for Script Summit, and several other film festivals that all take place the same 2 weeks at the Palms Casino Hotel in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and the Palms has a really great theater in there. Wasn't the theater something? Great theater seats, etc. So, in a nutshell, what were your wins in Vegas?
Okay, in Vegas, Brooklyn Christmas won for Best Comedy Script. A sitcom pilot that I wrote also with Anthony Mangano, Goodfella Pizza, won Best Comedy Short Script, and then American Gunslingers won Best Western Script at the Las Vegas International Film Festival, which is included in AOF. Okay, this is a gold Remy that Power Prayer won at the Houston World Fest. This particular award is from the Cutting Room Film Festival, where I got Best Supporting Actor for Power of Prayer. This is from the Low to No Film Festival in Vegas last year that won Best Score for Power of Prayer. And this is Southern Shorts, which won Best Western, once again for Power of Prayer. And what we have over here is the Long Island Film Festival awarded Power of Prayer the Finishing Fund Grant at the Long Island International Film Expo.
What about some of these books, Drew?
Okay, this is my trilogy of novels. The whole trilogy is called the Dragon Tales and Stories trilogy. Dragons and Wolves, The Dragon and the Detective, and Dragons in Science. And that first book over there is the Italian translation of Dragons and Wolves. And what I have down beneath Drage and Lupe is my presentation. I'm actually trying to get started a television series based on the universe I created with my trilogy.
And what about the Saint Dementia?
Now, Saint Dementia just won Best Horror Script at the Northern Horror Fest. And right now, Alfredo Quinones is working hard to get it produced. There is interest in Saint Dementia. They like good horror.
Okay, and what about these, the American Gunslinger here?
Okay, American Gunslinger is a screenplay I wrote for Andre Joseph and Chris Carullo Jr. That has won twice. It has won the Best Screenplay at the World Music and Film Festival. It has also just won Viva Las Vegas at the Las Vegas International Film Festival. So, and that is also now in pre-production.
What about House in Haunted Woods?
Okay, House in Haunted Woods has actually won two Best Screenplays. One is the Moody Crab Film Festival. It also won Horror Bowl. It won the Best Horror Screenplay in the Horror Bowl, which I, very happy about.
And here, the Garden State Film Festival winner, A Brooklyn Christmas.
Yes, Brooklyn Christmas, which has the poster right next to it, is based on a story given to me by Anthony Mangano. And there's a lot of interest in Brooklyn Christmas. I can't mention names, but we have a very good recent Academy Award-winning name attached to it. And it won the Best Screenplay at Garden State Film Festival, and it got a celebrity lead. It also won Best Comedy Screenplay at the Venice Italian Film Festival in Las Vegas. I did very, very well in Las Vegas.
And this Goodfella Pizza?
Goodfella Pizza is a sitcom pilot, also based on original idea from Anthony Mangano. It won Best Comedy Short Script at the Venice International Film Festival, Venice Italian, I should say, in Las Vegas. It also won the World Television Film Festival for Best Unproduced Screenplay. So we actually have the whole first season mapped out, the pilot is written, and it's winning some awards and hopefully getting some more attention for it. So yeah, it's been a good year.
Let's take a look at American Gunslingers. Now, Drew's not in it, but he did write it.
Love has so much power.
The need for it.
Protection of it.
The anger of its rejection.
What makes a good soul go bad?
And a bad soul redeemed.
Who has the right to judge when it comes to the matters of the heart?
And who pays the consequence when we do?
Okay, so now tell everybody something about the books that you've written.
Okay, I have a whole trilogy out. The whole trilogy is known as the Dragon Tales and Stories trilogy. It's Dragons and Wolves, Dragons and Science, and The Dragon and the Detective, which is published by Arc Books, Robert Jelines's Arc Books. So I'm not self-published. I went through the rigors. It made it through. And a publishing company. It's in hardback and in paperback, but most of it is sold on Kindle. It's available on Amazon and Kindle. And what I'm attempting to do now is trying to get a TV series based. That would be my ultimate goal, because I have this whole sci-fi fantasy Western universe that I created. Actually, I remember your son doing a book report on it.
Yes, he did, and he got an A+.
That would be my ultimate goal, but that's a monumental task. Baby steps.
Now, also, you do stunt work, etc. Now, you were in Power of Prayer, and didn't you have to learn how to horseback ride for that?
Yes, I did. Tony Simonetti, who was actually also a producer on Power of Prayer, he was masterful. He taught me and several of the other actors for Power of Prayer not only how to ride a horse, but to ride it so like we knew what we were doing. We all played bad guys, and you can't have a bad guy riding up, like falling off the horse. And Tony Simonetti trained me and some of my fellow actors on how to ride a horse. Like, most of us played bad guys, and you can't have a bad guy riding up on the horse and, like, bouncing off of it or holding on for dear life. We're badasses, And also our lead, Nick Matthews, he had to go riding off into the sunset and looked like... And it was he did a masterful job with us. We looked like we knew what we were doing. Plus, he had, family members of his, Mike Simonetti, who, and Tony are going to be in American Gunslingers when we do that. And Tony's brother was also in it, too. So we had some experience, horseback guys in there.
But anyway, you had lines in that. You were also an actor in that, right? Yeah. You were a bad guy. Mm-hmm. How did you like that? What do you do if you had to make a choice? What do you prefer, the stunts or the acting part of it?
That's a hard choice. I like being a stunt guy that acts.
Here comes a trailer directed by Andrew Henriksen, Power of Prayer.
You and your kinfolk here better pack up and get moving.
No. This is our home.
With all due respect, sir, I know what Master sent. And he'll be back with plenty of men and guns.
We have the power of prayer.
Roscoe, don't go!
You better get yourself out of here. Even if you have to leave the rest of them behind. Well, get out of sight! Can't you see they're coming to kill you?
Lord, protect us.
But I love, first of all, what person with the Y chromosome doesn't want to play a cowboy? Even women, everybody wants to be in a Western, but there's something...
Well, there was so much of that on television when I grew up. You saw horses on almost every show, and you gravitated towards that type of a thing, to wanting to do that kind of thing. I don't know how much of it is done today, but I'm happy to see that there seems to be a really comeback for Westerns.
And I'm hoping, I honestly think the fact that I made a Western here on Long Island set a trend, because there's 2 other Westerns that I'm involved with being filmed in this area. Other people then making, because we have the horses up here. Right. We have the old Victorian style buildings. Yeah. A lot of the pubs, a lot of the Irish pubs around here are turn of the century with all the old woodwork. We're looking, tomorrow's pub in Patchogue, we're looking to use for a saloon scene. They actually have, to this day, they have the beer mugs that they slide down the bar. Yeah. So everything is actually here. The hardest thing to film a Western here on Long Island It's the use of right accent. You know, we all default to our Long Island accents.
What accent? Anyway, Long Island at one time had the largest horse population per capita. I don't know what it is now because with the building encroaching on the possibility to ride on land, that's another story. But where are you going from here, Drew?
There's a couple of directions. Once again, A Brooklyn Christmas, a comedy that I wrote, is getting a lot of attention. Anthony Mangano had this brilliant idea, and it's old-style comedy. It's like a Martin and Lewis type of comedy, so it's family-friendly. And it's a Christmas story, so hopefully if it comes to fruition, every year, I really want to pursue writing the most. I think that's where my forte is the most. I mean, this ugly mug, I'm at a stage of my life, I don't even get to play henchman anymore. I'm either a police detective or the kindly father. So acting I like, but writing is more my thing. I love doing stunt work. I love doing martial arts. I'm a 4th degree black belt, and I can still throw all my moves. I just can't catch them anymore.
Let's take a look at some of Drew's stunt work. That's so cool, Drew. That is so cool.
Oh, thank you. I got shot so many times, my shoulder holsters are like permanently stained with fake blood on the back side of it.
Let's take a look now at some of Drew's work.
Alfred, tell us about it, would you?
And I just can't get rid of his clothes. I know I have to do it. I mean, all his sneakers and everything, they're brand new. But I know I have to get past this. I know I have to accept the fact that he's gone. But I can't. It's constantly there. It's like a scar. I know I'm gonna have to live with it, but I just can't let it go.
I understand, Alfred.
Why's it gotta be so hard?
Officer Robinson is here this afternoon to lead our assembly on the seriousness of aggressive behavior, such as the hurtful text that was sent to Tina.
Sheriff Ellett can't reach Bernie, so he calls Marjorie's estranged son, Rod Jr., to join him for a search of the house. It's August 1997, 9 months after her murder.
And then we started being more thorough.
So we pick up. Give us answers, or you're going to be getting teabagged behind bars until you love it.
If I talk, do I get a reduced sentence?
Hey, you might, Rabbit, you might. Make it nice. No need to make this uncomfortable. Now! Hey, I'm gonna make that shot. And when I do, that bag of Doritos is gonna be mine.
You're so diversified, Drew. That was fantastic. I love your acting reel.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
When you write something, do you have a time limit? Is there something that inspires you? Is it something that, are there a lot of things in your head that you haven't gotten to put on paper yet? How do you do it?
If it's one of my own stories or writing for somebody else, I first click it in my head first. I go, okay, what works? It's almost like, dialing on a dial lock or something like that. Okay, I want this, I want this, I want this. What is going to click together to make an intelligent story that's not cliche, but something that lines up, that will get people not only to see it and enjoy it once, but go back again. So I'll write it all in my head in the morning when I'm driving to work, in the morning to school. That's where I do most of my writing. It's all in my head. And then when I sit down and put it into the computer, then that's when I fill in the points, and I actually try to become the different characters. How would this character react in this situation? And what's going to be entertaining about it? What's going to make this character different than this other character? And I go, does this work? And I actually approach it very scientifically.
Of course.
You have this, you start off with this equilibrium, and then you have the inciting incident, plot point 1, where something disrupts equilibrium, and the rest of the story is trying to get back to equilibrium again. And you're going to have a reaction going one way up to your midpoint, and then that's going to bring it down the other way, and then it's going to come back to plot point 2, and then level out to your climax. And
now, do you have any festivals that some of your work is in coming up?
Coming up, Brooklyn Christmas is up for Best Comedy at the Austin Revolution Film Festival, which I don't know if I'm going to make because it's also the first week of the school year, and us pesky teachers, something about that day job. Also, that same week, also down in Austin, is the Elderwood Film Festival, that Power of Prayer, it's up for Best Western. And then the first week in October is the Wild Bunch Film Festival, where both Power of Prayer, the film, is in, and it's up for many different awards. And also American Gunslingers, my script, is up for Best Western Feature-Length Script. We keep our fingers crossed for a Brooklyn Christmas and Goodfella Pizza for a slam dance. It's in the slam dance. And any screenwriter is like, and also the Austin Film Festival, not Austin Revolution Film Festival, but Austin Film Festival. We have a Brooklyn Christmas is also in there. Yeah, but a lot of people are liking Brooklyn Christmas and Goodfella Pizza, with American Gunslingers also.
Continued success to you, Drew. And is there a website where people can find out more about you?
I do have a website under my own name, drewhenriksen.com. That's DREWHENRIKSEN. But most people use Facebook now, so you could look up Drew Henriksen.
You're a very handsome guy, and you have a good Western look, so I can see you up in the saddle once again in another one of your movies, and I wish you all the best.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out here and seeing my beautiful yard.
He has a beautiful yard, and thank you for inviting me. Having a nice time. Looking at all your awards.
Thank you so much. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the summer, fall, and winter. Hopefully winter won't be too snowy.